Winner of the Daytona 500. Kurt, welcome into SportsCenter. Congratulations. Let's talk about the patience I was just asking Ricky about. Have you ever been that patient in your life at the Daytona 500?
I didn't know what to think because of all the different strategies over the years that usually come into play. Nothing was there today. And I said, you know what, the more unpredictability that I'm finding, just throw caution to the wind and just go with nothing is going to be predictable and follow other people's mistakes into advancing your position. And I mean, our car was damaged on all sides. The pit crew was kind of a bit rassled by some of the body damage. We had to go under the 5-minute clock at one point. And if the clock expires, you're out of the race. I mean, we went through everything today, and it's an amazing victory to be here in Victory Lane at Daytona.
Hey, Kurt, Ricky Craven, congratulations, buddy. I got to go back to last fall when I was hanging out with you in Miami, and you knew you were getting married. Everything seemed right in your world, and now I expect after the Daytona 500 win, everything's complete. Tell me how you feel.
It is an unbelievable feeling. I mean, the Cubs started this, you know, the Chicago Cubs winning the World Series. And then with our season ending last year, 7th overall, it was a nice stamp on a solid season. And then I was able to look forward to getting married to the love of my life, Ashley. She's so wonderful, and she's really turned me into a positive thinker, one that can look at things and find reason for optimism and being positive, whereas I was always that glass half full. So it's amazing to have her energy and her just overall push and desire to help me succeed. And she gets it too. I mean, she's a polo competitor, and she's out there. When she puts her helmet on, she gets it, and it's just so peaceful. And I can't thank her enough, and everybody at SHR that supported me through all this. I mean, we just won Daytona. Haas Automation, Monster Energy is the entitlement sponsor. I mean, I cannot believe the amount of things that are going my way. I just got to pinch myself.
Yeah, it's tremendous. What you just described is the composure I saw from you in the last 10, 15 laps. Describe to me, if you would, the closing stages of the race and when you thought you might have a shot at a Daytona 500 win.
You know, the mirror in the center of the car broke, and it fell to the floorboard with 30 laps to go. And I looked at it, and I just giggled. I said, you know, this is the omen I was looking for. Now I got to do this with not even be able to see behind me. And it just puts racer instincts in you to take advantage of other people's mistakes and to feel the flow of the car, to feel the air around you, and to use just some of the basic needs around the racetrack. And I was racing today with a brand new spotter, but thank you, Tony Raines. He's a past racer himself, and that's why we picked him up, because he's a racer. And everybody at Stewart Haas is a racer, and we needed every single one of those people to build these Fords. This is our first race with a Ford Fusion, and we're winning. I mean, again, I cannot believe the way that everything just keeps lining up.
Kurt, let's talk about the changes in the stages now, the points now, and all the different ways that the race has changed. It's not just a straight 500 laps. How did that change your strategy for the race today?
Yeah, that's again, I mean, I'm a traditionalist. I like to find a rhythm and a flow to a race, and I was trying to work in my mind what I thought the segments would work out with. And after the second segment, once we took the green, that's when everybody just started wrecking. And I'm like, guys, we still have half the race to go. Why are we all racing this aggressive? And a lot of the cars got torn up, and I was hopeful that we were able to, you know, knife our way through there and protect the car. And we got lucky a lot of times. And, you know, you just have to thank the good Lord a lot of times when you're dodging these wrecks, because you never know when circumstances are going to take you out.
There was a new rule put in that if you wreck your car and you go to the garage, you are out of the race. You can't come back in and run at the back. Do you think the fact that there were so many less cars at the end of the race allowed for more clean racing and allowed for you to be able to work your way to the front on the last lap?
That's always part of Daytona. It's part of our series in NASCAR. It's called attrition, and there's going to be guys that have trouble. Yes, the 5-minute clock, I don't know how many guys it bit today, but it's a new rule. And if you're not prepared to execute, you end up on the backside of it. And for us, we stayed smart, we stayed smooth. We luckily didn't have too much damage, and we kept just bondoing it back together, duct taping it up, and giving it the old NASCAR, send it.
Kurt, I understand the meaning of winning the Daytona 500. Even though I didn't get there, I tried and understand the meaning. So not just for you, but tell me about how this feels for your team and the old man, Tony Gibson, who seems like the perfect crew chief for you at this point in your life.
The way that you feel about this race is all of the people that put in the hard work and the effort to build a car. You think of all of the families and the time away from home that the crew guys have to spend and the commitment that the families make. And everybody that's helped me in my career, everybody that's been part of this team at SHR to build our Fords up and to make them championship caliber. Here we are in victory lane, and to be on the hot seat with Monster, you know, I'm a Monster athlete, and I've got to go out there and win. I mean, my job is to help them sell Monster product, but ultimately it's to be on the podium, it's to be hoisting up trophies, and that pressure was great as well. So I couldn't be happier. It just flows through you. You get the chills, and you're like, did I really do this? And you sit there and you think of all the people that helped you along the way.
Kurt, I want to give you a quote from Rod Gronkowski to the USA Today. He said, and I quote, "I'm picking Kurt Busch to win today because he is the man." What do you make of that?
I love it. He knows how to plug a sponsor guy. I mean, Gronk is a monster athlete. I'm out there in NASCAR as a monster athlete, but it does show that he's got a keen sense of his NASCAR skills. So Gronk always knows what's going on.
Kurt, congratulations. We'll talk to you down the road and really set you up nicely for a great 2017. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you, guys. Good to talk to you.
It's Kurt.